Am I the asshole for telling my daughter to go back to bed? Tonight around midnight, my daughter, 10, came to me in my wife's room and woke me up. She was crying as she needed a shower because she had puked all over herself and her bed. I told her to go back to bed and we would deal with it in the morning. She protested and cried a bit more. I asked her if she had eaten too much candy and she said no. I once again told her to go back to bed and she left the room. My wife got up out of bed at that point and I heard her in the hallway talking with her. I then heard the shower start. I could hear my wife gagging. She has a weak stomach around puke. And after a while, I could tell she wasn't coming back to bed. I got up and saw that she was cleaning up the bed and stripping the sheets. My daughter was still in the shower. My wife was short with me when I asked her what she was doing. When my daughter got out of the shower, my wife offered to lie down in the basement with her so she could be close to the bathroom. I helped them get out floor mats to sleep on. When grabbing a pillow, my wife told me she was disappointed in my disgusting lack of empathy. Now I'm lying awake in bed alone. Some points to consider, I think, is that this isn't the first time my daughter has vomited in her bed at night. She doesn't seem to take feeling ill seriously and get herself to a toilet in time, which she is old enough to do. Last time she vomited was right after Halloween when she devoured all of her candy and ended up throwing it up, all because of how sick she made herself. I believe having to go back to bed may have helped her learn her lesson on these issues. Am I the asshole for telling her to go back to bed?
Yeah. I'm appalled. First, I have so much to say. I'll let you go first.
This dude is disgusting. He is an absolute inconsiderate asshole. Asshole, asshole, asshole. Your daughter is 10 and she threw up. Go lay in your puke, sweetie. Go back to bed in your puke, sweetie.
He's like trying to teach her something. First of all, he was like, she's old enough to get herself to a toilet. I am twice, 3 times her age. And I have had some close calls, okay? So like,
I literally have a thing called a puke bucket.
What do you mean? Like sometimes you just misgauge. You're like, was that acid reflux or is something happening? Like,
does that increase when you get older? Because the amount of
I've been having it lately. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I've never had.
Me too. Me too. Sorry, I'm screaming in the mic. I've been having acid reflux lately.
What is up with
this? And I've never had this issue.
Never, ever.
What's happening?
And a couple times, like, I'm like, okay, and I like burp and it's puke. And I'm like,
yes.
Oh my God.
It's happened to me 2 or 3 times last week.
What? Okay.
I don't know.
What is happening?
And one time I was driving, like hadn't been eating in a while, like.
Dude, okay. I'm going to get a colonoscopy anyways.
Okay.
And I'm just like, dear Lord, we're going to find out. Like maybe we scope both ways.
No. Okay. We'll sidebar more about that later. We'll spare the listeners. But
what is happening with that though as you age? That's
I don't
crazy.
know. We'll have to look into that. But my point is age like maybe plays a small part in this, but like to say she's old enough to get herself to the toilet, like we've, as adults, all of us have had some close calls here. Don't do that to her. Second of all, she's only 10.
She's 10.
She's 10. That's pretty young. 3, she's probably freaking half asleep and doesn't even know that her body's like rejecting. And also 4th, like I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. But there's an element of possible like binge eating happening. If she ate all of her Halloween candy to a point where she made herself sick, I get it. She's only 10.
Yeah.
They don't have an off button. But like something to be mindful of is that like your kid doesn't know their own limits.
Yeah.
Even at 10. And that's something that instead of shaming her for and trying to teach her a lesson by making her lay in her own puke, I think deserves more careful attention and also like a little bit of like the wife said empathy.
Yeah. It's quite strange. Because it's like if you flip the cards on him and we're like, if you got sick, would you lay in your own puke all night? You might get to a point in your life when you shit yourself. You're going to lay in your shit all night, honey? No.
Nobody should have to do that. That's cruel.
That is such like, it's so degrading. It's like we as humans, we have this sense of dignity. Mm-hmm. And you are stripping someone of their dignity by doing that. It's what people do to prisoners. They don't give them toilets. They don't give them change of clothes. Like, this is your daughter, someone you love and care about and are supposed to be looking out for her health and wellness. And you're telling her to lay in her own vomit? What?
I think that's a moment that's going to stick with her. It's like it's like a core memory in a bad way. Like you're like instilling trauma in her. Like having to lay in her own puke is something that she's going to remember, and not in the way that you think, not in a way of like, I'll teach her a lesson. It's like, no, she's actually going to like realize that you're not safe for her.
Yes, that.
And like
you're not safe.
She's not going to come to you when something bad happens, whether she's 16, 18, 20, however old.
Yeah.
She's not coming to you because you're not a resource for her and you're not a safe parental figure.
That is so important to consider with kids, because you should always be safe. And she was clearly upset. She's crying.
She came to you for help.
Came to you saying she needs to shower. Like, she's only 10.
Yeah.
I don't even remember really being 10. Like,
neither.
It was, you're so young at that point still. 10, you're what? How old are you at 10? Or what grade? Like 3rd grade? 2nd grade?
I don't know. Around there.
4th? I don't know. Whatever it is. But like, you're
wait,
young.
Whoa. No, Morgan.
Really?
I was 14 in 9th grade. So you're in like 5th grade?
I'm Googling it. 5th grade at age 10.
You were so bad at math.
Dude, so bad.
It never gets better.
Well, and I have the easiest thing because like.
Me too.
The year
2004, 4th grade. 2005, 5th grade.
Yeah, we have the easiest thing. Thank God
babies.
we have that.
I know. Thank God. It was our saving grace.
I'd be fucked up.
God knew we'd be too powerful if we could do math.
Are you back?
I knew
You're back?
Maybe she has to pee.
I think she does.
Okay.
Do you need to go outside? You gotta go outside. Oh my God.
Holly's a paid actress.
She's such a little nut. I wish you guys knew. She's attacked a lot of people.
She has
attacked a lot of people. Okay. I don't know where we left off when the dog needed to pee, but hate this guy. Very weird.
Oh, yeah. No.
There are some comments. So someone goes, info, were you sober when this occurred? OP goes, of course, but I was sleeping when she came in, so I was groggy and just wanted to go back to sleep. Someone else goes, you're the asshole. I used to throw up in the middle of the night as a kid on the regular. And the assumption that she could have time to get to the bathroom if she wanted to is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I used to wake up in the act of puking all over my pillow and into my hair. Definitely not a choice.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, it's incredibly cruel and gross to not help her get cleaned up. Also, it's way harder to get crusted, dried puke cleaned than fresh. So you're not helping anyone by ignoring it. OP goes, this brings up an interesting point. My wife is celiac and we don't ever have bread at the house, which my kids otherwise love. My kids and I were out and they had a few croissants. I wonder if that upset her stomach.
Yeah, maybe you jerk. And you're over here gaslighting her, asking her if she ate too much candy. No, she ate too many croissants that you bought.
Someone else goes, okay, let's do this by the numbers. 1, your daughter wakes up, needing help and you blow her off. 2, you let your wife struggle to help her. 3, you have no problem letting them sleep on floor mats in a basement so your daughter can be close to a bathroom while you sleep in your master bedroom, which is also close to a bathroom. 4, you then follow all this up with points to place the blame on your daughter. I believe having her go back to bed may have helped her learn her lesson on how much you're the asshole.
Exactly. That's how you want your daughter to think of you. That's all it takes. One moment like that and your daughter no longer will come to you for any type of crisis because, like I said, it comes down to safety and you're creating an unsafe environment for her.
Also, I feel like that's not healthy to sleep next to acid, stomach bile, vomit.
No.
The smell of puke. I'm sorry. Even if I had a very bad experience a couple weekends ago. Very bad.
Whoa.
Very bad. I don't know what it was. I was pacing the house for 4 hours, just waiting to throw up. And it was very bad. Just no. OP responds to that though and is like, my daughter's bedroom is also close to a bathroom. My wife just didn't want to keep her sleeping in there because of the smell, even after it was cleaned up. We have 5 bathrooms in this house. No matter where she sleeps, she is close to a bathroom. So I think my wife is just trying to be stubborn and make a point.
Maybe.
But
a point that you should pay
attention to.
Pay attention.
There's another post on this person's account that has been removed, but doesn't have great comments on it. 21 upvotes. I think it got removed very quickly, but it goes, am I the asshole for smiling on FaceTime with my wife? And the top comment is, you're the asshole. Why do you think the issue is smiling when obviously it's not paying attention during a conversation? Do you often downplay your role in conflicts with your wife so that it seems like she's overreacting? You're the asshole. You could have given your wife 15 minutes of your undivided attention. You owe her an apology.
Yeah.
Seems like this dude is just a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And this brings me to a next upcoming theme.
Okay.
Which is division of labor. I think there's a lot of stories out there that it's situations like this where the mom, generalizing, the mom will step up while the dad sits back and does nothing. Like this story. Why was it her job to clean up the daughter?
Yeah.
Why, when you heard her gagging in the bathroom, do you say, oh, she's just sensitive. She always gags. Why don't you then get up and help?
Right.
Your wife got up and started treating this like an issue. You're lying there just awake. Get your ass up and help. She's helping your daughter clean up and shower. You go start stripping the bed.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many stories on Reddit, no matter the gender, no matter like what role it is, but it always feels like there's a real uneven division of labor.
Yeah.
And so that's a theme that I want to get into soon.
I like that. You're hitting on Morgan's over here just hitting on all the social constructs.
It's weird. I just think even in modern days, we see so many stories on Reddit where a dad recently was like, I feel like I should get paid to babysit my kid.
Right. Because it's been so normalized.
What?
That the division of gender roles and mom and dad, parental figures, that's been normalized over decades. And just now people are like, wait, why is that the structure?
Yeah.
Let's challenge that. Let's challenge the status quo. And so now there's folks like you and I who can like come up here and talk about these things.
Yeah.
And flip it on its head and say, well, why is this the way that it is?
I love this whole like progression forward. I saw a really interesting video talking about why now it is more necessary than ever that men pursue therapy. And it's this whole idea that society has shifted so much. And, you know, if you look at the United States, especially 50 years ago, men were still the breadwinners while the wives stayed home and took care of the kids and didn't work. And so men had different roles. They were expected to go to work, punch in, punch out, come home, dinner was ready. There wasn't a lot of emotional investment. And so now a lot of women, and again, generalizing, like if you're non-binary, like this doesn't necessarily exclude you. This is the video I watched today. And so it was a video speaking towards like heterosexual couples. And so it's saying like women that are looking to date men oftentimes have a hard time, and they do because they're looking for someone who's successful, but also emotionally intelligent and empathetic and has accountability and all this stuff. But men oftentimes aren't taught those skills because it hasn't been expected of them.
Yeah.
So it's now like if you're a dude and you go to therapy, try not to feel like you're getting attacked because that's not what it should be. It's more so your therapist is trying to teach you these skills that you need but weren't taught because society didn't value them.
100%.
But now they're required to succeed in a normal today relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all of that. And like,
it's crazy. I just got to post the fucking videos. I'm going to have to find them, but there's going to be a link list.
You need to start saving them in a folder because we reference like
so many
TikToks and
so
memes.
many.
I'm going to send you a meme though later tonight, but there's a meme that's like men will spend $50,000 installing infrared saunas in their house and before they go to therapy. It's like so many issues. I shouldn't say so many, but there are issues that you can really work through.
Yeah.
Just go to therapy. And people like will blame so many, they'll like external things like, well, maybe if I got more sunlight and maybe if I did an infrared sauna, maybe if I only ate organic, like all this stuff before just being like, you know what? Maybe I should try going to therapy.
I mean, even Justin, we are the most like, if you want therapy, go to therapy.
Yeah.
Like we are the most open, like people about it. Me especially. Like I feel like I'm just like therapy.
Oh, I cannot wait to start therapy.
You get therapy. You get therapy.
Yeah.
I love it.
I cannot wait to start.
I absolutely love it. But there's something about him that he is really scared to go to couples therapy.
Interesting.
Like really
Do you want to
scared.
do like premarital?
Yeah, I think it's so necessary.
Yeah.
I just think it's just like maintenance. It's just
Okay.
like an oil change for your car.
Yeah.
Just regular maintenance. Make sure your communication's on point. Make sure your dynamics, just everything. I love
Yeah.
it. But I think for him, he's so scared. Like, I don't think he wants to go to therapy and like have a therapist convince me that I'm like falling out of love with him. I think it goes back to his like
fear. We all
his
know the fear.
Everyone knows the fear.
Everyone knows the fear.
Justin's so scared that I'll wake up one day and not love him.
Yeah.
And I think it like has something to do with that. But it's like therapy is a good thing.
It very well could, but like to bring it back to your analogy with like a car and an oil change, like if your car is well maintained and it's up to date and you keep it regular, whatever,
Yeah.
when you take that car in for its annual service, you're not worried. You're like, here we go,
No.
another service.
Yeah.
The people who are worried are the folks who have neglected their oil changes, who have
Yeah.
neglected to maintain the car. They're scared for what they're going to find under the hood.
Yeah.
So in that same vein, like I think, and not to like, I'm not attacking Justin, but you know, we're in the context of folks who are scared to go to therapy.
Yeah.
I get the sense that they're scared of what will be uncovered because they have been neglecting to do the work.
Yeah. It is scary if you haven't gone.
Of course, you're vulnerable.
Yeah. But
It's super vulnerable no matter who you are.
yeah.
We all have our shit. I'm so excited. I said 2023 therapy. I'm already late. It's February. I haven't started yet. But I know. And I'm telling all of you this so you can hold me accountable. The next time I'm on an episode here, I hope I can say I've
check in.
started. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Okay.
2023. It's the year of looking after yourself, mental health, everything.
Living a softer life.
Yes.
We've lived hard lives
Yes.
in the last few years. We had the pandemic. We're still, in some of that. There's been a lot of shit going on in the world, you guys. It's hardened us a little bit. For me, 2023 is about softening up a little bit.
I'm going to embrace that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've become, especially dealing with so much stress.
Yeah.
I think you can easily become pessimistic and very hardened.
Hardened.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to put it. So I love that.
Take it.
Yeah.